สวัสดีครับ Hello everyone. Welcome to Speak Thai with me, Paul. I am now filming my video at Buckingham Palace in London. In this new series of videos, you will learn how to use adverbs in Thai conversation. And in my previous video, you learned how to use the adverb of frequency always. เสมอ In this video, you will learn how to use another adverb of frequency in Thai, and that is usually ปกติ โลตน ปกติ which you hear too often in Thai conversation. And if you want to know what is another way of saying usually in Thai, continue to watch my video. Hey guys, I am back. For a start, sometimes you will hear Thai people saying ปกติ instead of ปกติ although they both have the same meaning. However, it is more common to say ปกติ In fact, do you know that ปกติ originates from the old-fashioned Thai word for usually? ปกติ So in this video, I will pronounce usually in Thai as ปกติ First, you normally use ปกติ with verbs to say someone usually does something in the following pattern. ปกติ followed by subject, followed by verb, and lastly followed by object. In Thai, ปกติ means usually, and it is put at the beginning of the sentence. For example, to say we usually cook at home. ปกติเราทำอาหารที่บ้าน ปกติเราทำอาหารที่บ้าน ปกติ means usually. เรา means we. ทำ is to make in this case, and อาหาร refers to food. So ทำอาหาร is to make food, that is to cook.ที่ means at, and บ้าน refers to home. So ปกติเราทำอาหารที่บ้าน ปกติเราทำอาหารที่บ้าน is say we usually cook at home. Another example, to say she usually walks to the palace. ปกติเธอเดินไปวัง ปกติเธอเดินไปวัง ปกติ means usually. เธอ means she. เดิน is to walk. ไป is to go. And วัง which sounds like วัง in วังกง refers to palace. So ปกติเธอเดินไปวัง ปกติเธอเดินไปวัง is saying she usually walks to the palace. In the same way, you can also use ปกติ with verbs to say something usually happens. For example, to say it usually rains in the morning. ปกติฝนตกในตอนเช้า ปกติฝนตกในตอนเช้า ปกติ means usually. ฝน refers to rain. ตก is to fall. ใน means in, and ตอนเช้า refers to morning. So ปกติฝนตกในตอนเช้า ปกติ ฝนตกในตอนเช้า it say it usually rains in the morning. This for you. Do you know that there is another way of saying usually in Thai? And that is โดยปกติ โดยปกติ in Thai โดย means by. So โดยปกติ is by usual practice. That is usually.
Oh.
But what is the difference between ปกติ and โดยปกติ ปกติ is put at the beginning, while for โดยปกติ you can put it at the beginning or at the end. So for the previous example, instead of saying ปกติฝนตกในตอนเช้า you can also say โดยปกติฝนตกในตอนเช้า or ฝนตกในตอนเช้าโดยปกติ However, in spoken Thai, you normally use ปกติ instead of โดยปกติ Next, you can also use ปกติ with verbs to say someone usually does something as a normal routine. For example, to say I usually wake up at 6 a.m. ปกติผมตื่นตอน6โมงเช้า ปกติผมตื่นตอน6โมงเช้า ปกติ means usually. ผม means I for male speaker. If you are female, you say ฉัน ตื่น is to wake up. ตอน means at, and 6โมงเช้า refers to 6 a.m. So ปกติผมตื่นตอน6โมงเช้า ปกติผมตื่นตอน6โมงเช้า is say I usually wake up at 6 a.m. Another example, to say that usually makes breakfast himself. ปกติพ่อทำอาหารเช้าเอง ปกติพ่อทำอาหารเช้าเอง ปกติ means usually. พ่อ refers to that. ทำ is to make in this case. อาหารเช้า refers to breakfast as the morning food, and เอง is used here as a reflexive pronoun to refer to himself in this case. So ปกติพ่อทำอาหารเช้าเอง ปกติพ่อทำอาหารเช้าเอง is say that usually makes breakfast himself. Next, you can also use ปกติ with verbs to state the usual preferences of someone to do or not to do something. For example, to say I usually drink coffee more than tea. ปกติผมดื่มกาแฟมากกว่าชา ปกติผมดื่มกาแฟมากกว่าชา ปกติ means usually. ผม means I or me for male speaker. If you are female, you say ฉัน ดื่ม is to drink. กาแฟ refers to coffee in English. มากกว่า is to be more than, and ชา which sounds like ชา in Chinese, refers to tea. So ปกติผมดื่มกาแฟมากกว่าชา ปกติผมดื่มกาแฟมากกว่าชา is say I usually drink coffee more than tea. On the other hand, to say he usually doesn't eat vegetables. ปกติเขาไม่กินผัก ปกติเขาไม่กินผัก ป Pokati means usually. Kau means he. Mai means not. Kin is to eat. And pa refers to vegetables. So, Pokati kau mai kin pa. Pokati kau mai kin pa is saying he usually doesn't eat vegetables. Next, you can also use Pokati to ask common WH questions in Thai conversation such as what, where, when, who, which, and even how. For example, to ask what do you usually do? ปกติคุณทำอะไร ปกติคุณทำอะไร ปกติ means usually. คุณ refers to you. ทำ is to do. And อะไร is the question word what. Where do you usually go? ปกติคุณไปที่ไหน ปกติคุณไปที่ไหน ไป is to go. And ที่ไหน is the question word where. When do you usually go? ปกติคุณไปเมื่อไหร่ ปกติคุณไปเมื่อไหร่ เมื่อไหร่ is the question word when. Who do you usually go with? ปกติคุณไปกับใคร ปกติคุณไปกับใคร กับ means with and ใคร is the question word who. Which shop do you usually go to? ปกติคุณไปร้านไหน ปกติคุณไปร้านไหน ร้าน refers to shop and ไหน is the question word which. How do you usually go? ปกติคุณไปยังไง ปกติคุณไปยังไง ยังไง is the question word how. Lastly, do you know that you can also use pokati with adjectives to describe the usual state of something or someone in the following pattern? Pokati followed by subject and lastly followed by adjective. For example, to say the weather is usually cool after rain falls. ปกติอากาศเย็นสบายหลังฝนตก ปกติอากาศเย็นสบายหลังฝนตก ปกติ means usually. อากาศ refers to weather. เย็นสบาย is an adjective meaning to be cool. หลัง means after. ฝน refers to rain and ตก is to fall. So ปกติอากาศเย็นสบายหลังฝนตก ปกติอากาศเย็นสบายหลังฝนตก is saying the weather is usually cool after rain falls. Another example, to say he is usually busy with work. ปกติเขายุ่งกับงาน ปกติเขายุ่งกับงาน ปกติ means usually. เขา means he. ยุ่ง is an adjective meaning to be busy. กับ means with and งาน refers to work. So ปกติเขายุ่งกับงาน ปกติเขายุ่งกับงาน is saying he is usually busy with work. Okay, that's all for today's lesson. Now you know how to use the adverb of frequency ปกติ usually in Thai conversation. If you want to know what is the next adverb of frequency you will be learning, don't miss my next upcoming video. But before I go, here is a homework for you. How do you say in Thai? I usually drive to work. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you like my video, click like
on the link below. If you find my video meaningful, click share, click subscribe if you wish to see more of my future videos. Thank you very much and see you in my next video. Bye bye. สวัสดีครับ